I may be late to the game with this app, but I had always used similar websites before I decided to try new technology for the latest lesson I created. I didn't search this app out because there weren't other options, but actually because my students told me their science teachers often used Quizziz. This made me wonder why it was their app of choice. I chose to use this tool because I wanted to gamify the review of a lesson that we were completing. My students have spent multiple days learning the intricacies of finding credible sources, and I want this information to stick before they start their big research project. In this technology review, I will use the following ISTE standards: 2.3.B, 2.4.B, and 2.5.A. My Quizziz account is the basic free version. Each time I want to create a game over a topic, the first thing I do is search for one that has already been created. For example, credible sources is what we've been working on. Okay, so I chose the assessment style because I often use games as a review for a lesson. Also, I don't like to create my lessons in different apps because they are hard to keep track of. I prefer lessons all in my Google Drive, where they are easy to organize and find. Other options available in Quizziz are lessons, interactive videos, passages, and flashcards. I am interested in the interactive videos, but I suspect that they would not work well in my class because while students all have Chromebooks, they don't have earbuds, so many videos would be played out loud. So you can choose an assessment that has already been created or create your own. This is one that was previously created. In each of these apps, I often start with a previously created assessment and edit. Once you choose an assessment to begin with, you can copy it into your library and edit it to include the information you'd like to review. There are AI options inside the assessment, and they work okay, but I choose not to use them because I want to include the information that I think is most important. So I began like this with a previously created assessment and actually created this one right here. Okay, so once you've created an assessment, there are many options available. You can create flashcards, you can tag the state standards, all of the AI things at the bottom. If you turn on the accommodations toggle right here, you can add individual accommodations for your students. Only the basic accommodations are included, like read aloud, extra time for questions, and how many attempts they get at a question. But those are the most common accommodations in IEPs. It appears that there are more options available if you had the paid account, which my district does not. So let me show you what this game looks like for the students. We often play Mastery Peak. That's what my students like because they can see where they're going and who's winning, because they like the competition. So the student view is on the left. They see questions, and they have to pick the correct answers. And every, I think, 3 questions, it shows them where they are on the mountain. On the right is the teacher view, and I put this on the Apple TV for the students to follow along. Another of my favorite parts of Quizziz are the reports. So I can go right here to the reports. So I can see, I ran this game in my class this week, and I can see how the students have done. So in my class, we actually ended up with everyone achieving mastery, and now got 20 out of 20. I could give them a grade for this because they are provided. But for example, Chameleon here started with an 80% accuracy and grew to 100% accuracy during our game. And another thing you can look at is if there was a commonly missed question, you would be able to see that in this evaluate section. Of course, all of these students achieve mastery, so there's nothing to look at. So I will definitely use Quizziz again. I like the way it's set up.